beautiful fellow human beings. Thoughts and prayers for the people, animals, plants, and archaeology of the planet. Jesus. It's getting brutal. But, anywho, just sitting around tying some scrimps, avoiding constantly refreshing, like, news feeds, I guess. So, been tying these guys. Mr. John Carlson sent some pictures of some shrimp patterns, and yeah, anyways, it's gonna be hard not to, like, I guess, like, talk about what I've been seeing on the television. La landing it. Hope everyone's having a fantastic evening. I've been prepping some spots to get some plants in now. Started growing a little bit back in the yard last few weeks. Excuse me. But really starting to prep some spots. Man, I tell you what, I never thought about sweeping streets for leaves. You know how the leaves just kind of get trapped in the gutters? Well, that's free mulch, and just the little bits of leaves that I have been able to collect thus far turn shell rock into moist, not quite black soil yet, but it's softening up. It's a lot, it holds moisture. Even have a little herb garden growing where it was once shell rock. Got vanilla bean orchid finally, and some other things. But at the back, there's this little patch that there's a load of, what are those called? Shingles for a roof, like as a makeshift kind of flooring material. So, gonna move the trash that I cleared today tomorrow and rip those out and start piling the leaves that I've been mulching there, because I pretty much covered all the sandy spots up front, so I don't have to water a lot. And that. These are going to be fished in the inlets, so I don't know if it's excessive glue use, but I put a layer of thread down first with glue. And then I put some of this. Helps like grip it more. Sometimes tension like is I get a little too into it and forget to like keep the thread tense, if you will, for a long time. And lead eyes and lead bodies both would slide around a lot on me, which now I don't really have to do any of that, but for these, since they're probably going to be like ripped around on rocks and stuff, I kind of want to just get it nice and tacky in between the layers. Same thing at the spillway over here, the local one to me, in between like where beach in West Palm Beach. But man, those rocks are razor sharp. It's honestly great because like sometimes, I'll be pulling until it's quite dangerous because then I'm like, when this releases itself, it's gonna go catapulting itself across. So make sure no people are around. I do get stuck a lot. It's as soon as I try to take a picture, like to send my mom in like the little spot. One day I'll get her to go, but as soon as I pull up my phone, I get stuck. And a lot of stuff I've been waiting for because I also don't want to, like, when I'm testing stuff, I don't want to leave a bunch of stuff down there. So I've kind of waiting for the water to warm back up, then test it and stuck. Just swim out to it. And John Carlson is a spear fisherman, so good. What's that called? Reclaim a bunch of it. Which, when it gets warmer, I'll be down there anyway. Oh, hello, people! I actually didn't. Shoot, I didn't even look down. How y'all doing today? Hey, Traveler! Hope everyone's having a lovely World War III, unfortunately. Hey, Victoria! I am, just speechless, I guess. So I'm just disassociating now. Completely. Our lives are very short. And this machine and the gears it's comprised of will grind on long, long after all of us are gone. So, fuck bitches, catch fishes. It is that simple. But I think during lockdowns, I don't know, people seeing so much, it's like, I don't know. I really do hope everyone just ends up on the same page because, like, so much of this is manufactured and, like, the issues are real and, like, the people that are suffering through the caused issues are real. And that's all the more reason to, like, look out for people also on the ground floor, which I think of everyone on the ground floor like regular people. I'm in Florida, Kenny. Louisiana, nice. Whereabouts is Hammond? That's one spot. Anywhere near the Mississippi, honestly. Any of the states down. Let's see. Oh, cool. I love those old historical towns where, like, the town is a strip of solid buildings, too. Very nice. Yeah, Louisiana is one of those places that looks genuinely fun to just wander, really. Kind of like here. I really do like all the clusters of different cultures, I guess you can say, different areas. Like there's North Florida and South Florida, yeah, but it's, I don't know, depending on what water you're near, I guess. Let's see. I think I'm gonna do this with the laser dub again. I like that. I think I'm gonna do this combination, but with different colored legs. And it'll, well, why am I pointing at that one? That's not even it. Where is it? Oops. Well, the combination I was working on, but I forgot just about every part of it, so I had to I just started over. Figured would hop on. I've been sitting at my desk for a few days now working on things, but man, the world is just genuinely falling apart. And it's a little distracting, I'll be honest. So today I'm tying on size 2s. Oops. Hello, Patrick. Ew. Pancakes. My mom had a random craving. Should not talk with my mouth full. But I forgot. Okay, I'll go back and add the eyes. For those of you that don't know, my dad recently passed away, so I moved back in with my mom. In the last few weeks, my uncle went missing, like genuinely missing persons report and everything. Long story short, the time he was missing, he was spending walking here from a county away, and so he's been here too. And yeah, it's feeling very proper post-apocalyptic, like pre-post-apocalyptic, you know. Oh. Sorry. I'm trying to keep this so tight because sometimes I don't, and then they slide around. And that took a long time to get over for some reason. Ah! Like that. Boy. I am using a rather large, I don't know how large the midge jaws like to hold hook-wise, but that's what I got. Kept meaning to get the other jaws for this vise, because I do pretty much just tie salt water. I like tying dry flies, but not many places to fish them. I'm gonna put more. I have to use this up because I don't feel like excavating the threads of the lid. I'm gonna start getting small bottles, but I want to make a little block to hold them. Oops. Just gonna go down. I just don't want glue bumps to harden. Let's see. This stuff is, man, magnificent. Senyo's Laser Dub. I tried to get most of the colors because it's also really fun to blend. I'm not sure. Let's see. Like an inch and a half length fibers. So you could fold them in half and make like nice fish heads or any shape. And these are craft fur, Flysmith craft fur, and oh, here. This is the laser dub. I didn't finish this one because I forgot a bunch of stuff, so I threw it aside, and when I want to try something else, I'll just add it to that. Use it as an experimental blank or something. A little tedious to get the fibers. I need to get like a strip of Velcro or something. I see people use different stuff, and there's things made for it to hold, like brush the fibers. Like I see yarn makers have something similar, where it's like a bunch of tiny needles sticking out. I'll just try to pinch. And the little bit I throw aside works really well because it leaves a little bit of a gap folding this. But you can use that for dubbing. Close that gap up and then put the eyes. But I also have better time using this for dubbing too. For some reason, dubbing, just my fingers, they just start mashing it, like button mashing, but dubbing mashing. Like I'm trying to start a fire with. And I'm just trying to pinch from the top. So when I do tie it in, half of it doesn't just fall out because it wasn't really like the tips weren't really on both sides. Oop. And I did fill a plastic thing for now for seeing how the different materials move. But I was in the attic the other day, like the garage attic. I found huge like steel drums, so I think I'm gonna grab one of those because I could just put a pump in that, like pond style. Because need to visually. I have been looking for a pond liner because I do want to make one back there. Put mosquito fish in it. I think that's enough. Oh, just gonna zoom in there so I don't. I cut the hell out of my finger on the chisel, and it was such a clean cut you can't even feel. You can't even feel it. You can't even see it, but I can feel it. It just feels like a bruise. It was so clean, like it didn't even bleed. And I tried not to move it for a long time, so it didn't. Because your skin could heal right back. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, man, I don't know what the hell to expect these next few months or what have you. But people are not doing well here. Like the anger, the wave of like almost communal anger, or like population anger. It's wild how like it just like a wave just crashing back and forth, but like crashing back and forth to, I don't know, like I guess the shoreline in this metaphor. It's wild out there. Every single time I see I open YouTube, I think I out loud say what the fuck. Because, man, just like Elden Ring level chill, like these days. Yeah. Yeah, I try to accept things like as they are, like, alright, this is it. Okay. Carry on what I'm doing. But man, it's not fun to see or think about. So I think I'm making like a kind of a decision to probably, man, this is how it happens, isn't it? Where it's like, they're it's like they're brainwashed. It's like no, they just won't think about it. I don't know what I'm even trying to say. World's scary. Scarier than I thought it was. And I already thought it was pretty dang scary, so. Like, man, I was like watching something talking about how I can't even vocalize. Just watching other countries' news coverage is insanity right now. It all feels like clips from movies. Anywho, getting us some eyes, and these are just random crustacean eyes made with stuff. These are beads, which I found this idea from a video here on YouTube. If you just look up like crustacean eyes and add bead to the search, cause that I don't know that you could add any color eyes so you can make them like really really tailored. I'm still so taken by that. But anywho, just gonna have some regular old mono eyes, lighter burnt eyes, which might as well make a big. I usually use scraps, but this is here, and I kind of wanted them a little smaller. Oh, this is nice too. That's rather large. And I have been finally forcing myself to make things weedless. The thick mono, I'm just not the best keeping it in one place. But won't be if I don't force myself to practice. Just keep hitting it different ways and it'll get blacker, and if it gets kinked to one side you can straighten it out. I like that weird like notch because it kind of does look like it's holding the eyeball or something. A little tedious, but I'm sure repetition. But man, it's a lot easier than like painting the ends. And this is 15 pounds, so it's quite thin. Et voila. Same size. Hmm. Instant little creature eye. Or for flowers. Beads. Hold beads on it. Alright, so let me grab also a piece of flash. I always forget to add the flash and the eyes. Oh, right on Earth. Southern Ontario, Canada, right on. If you remember any patterns or anything, I'm more than happy to try to tie anything you haven't seen in a while. The best way to learn, like, tactilely. I think that's also one reason. I mean, I do wish I was into cooking. I do want to learn how to cook, because, like, I watch John Carlson or everything. It's just a Zen state, but I haven't succeeded reaching Zen state in cooking. Like, taste and flavor wise, but like the trying not to forget, like, things are on the stove and stuff. Holy trucks. But yeah, I don't know what I was going to say, but oh, fly tying is just a really fun, like, interactive way to learn history and, like, different local histories. And see, I'm looking for the eyes I just made. There they blew. And I put the dubbing a little bit wide so I could kind of push the eyes out also. And another thing, I tried to do some carving with the chisel, but it got dull pretty quick, and then I tried to sharpen it and I made it worse. With some toxic wood, but I found some chisels. So hoping to get Paul Cox recommended basswood and of course balsa, which I've been looking for balsa, but man, I could have sworn they had balsa dowels like everywhere, but that's like a fake memory, I guess. This one was a hair smaller. Alright. I'm gonna end up overdoing it. Okay. I need to remember to put a little cup of ice water too when I make bulk eyes. Because I think the thing that takes the longest is that few seconds of letting it cool. But when you make a bunch of them, it adds up. Believe it or not, it stays molten for a few seconds. Let me, oh shoot, I need to, here, let me take a screenshot to make sure I'm following Victoria also. I am slowly crawling out of hibernation, self-Floridian hibernation. I wish I could handle the cold better. I could if there was like gold, but, and gemstones, but there's not. Like, mountainous rivers, ooh, yeah. But since here, all the best things are kind of difficult to get into. Dang it. It's just a little off on this side. I get there's wetsuits, but they're also like $700 for one you can actually move in. And I tried a wetsuit relatively recently and it felt like a present. Oop, okay. Place them where you want them. Try to get them on the side of the hook. So. Which I managed pretty well doing this live, but for some reason my fingers just don't work the same, like, at all. As soon as I hit live, my fingers are different. I usually keep them together when doing this, but I also usually burn the edge, but just cut them free. Come on, fingers. Make sense of something. There she blows. Now I'm trying very hard to not notice the difference in the eyes. I want to pull them off and like fix them, make them identical. Ah! Shoot, sorry. Dang. The best part is I tied a few of these just now, and it's like I might as well hop on stream because I'm just sitting there tying, and I got these down. Alright, I'm gonna add some glue. I got some nail clippers from Walgreens for $2. They were marked like 20, but was buy one get one. I forget for how much off. It's like $2 a piece. Get back there. So yeah. And when that dries, I'll trim the mono. I don't want them to shift. And then I'll add I could do that now, the crystal flash. The one nice thing about tying shrimp is they're pretty adorable at every stage. Especially as soon as his eyes go on. Yeah, these are great. I don't know why they had them for so expensive. They don't feel like the best quality, but you can turn this so it's like one-handed. Oh yeah, crystal flash. the feelers and the eyes, the two parts I always forget. Should be smooth sailing from here. Now I'm gonna be using, well, maybe I should smooth this out. Make sure glue is welcomed by the mono, which I also kind of want to flatten them next time, but they do help add some shape too. Sometimes. Oh man, I wanted to add this somewhere. Add some of that. Maybe a little bit. Like that's like. I mean, I feel like. Alright, I'm just gonna do that some other time. And for the chenille, I'm using a Ruben Flores Jigs, New Age. Their body makes chenille. The New Age Salmon Rainbow is the color using here. It's a nice sandy pink. It's got pink, orange, and as far as the flash, blue and pink. Quite like it. Got a few colors, but I need to get more. I have to check out at Flysmith still. I've like my cart basically ready, but let me get also. Oh, this. It's just nice, fuzzy. I was heavily dubbing on the return flight with the thread, doing a dubbing loop, 1 or 2 goes, but I really like this stuff, and it makes it nice and easy. This stuff. Gonna have it just both at the same time this time. Ooh, that was a good one. Return flight. I'm gonna add wire to these also. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. It's not too late right now, but it is. And I do wrap the two together because I kind of put the fuzzy stuff like in between this stuff. Which this, I think it's like cashmere is way softer than mohair. Like, do I know the difference of the two? No. I know what they feel like when I feel it and read the label and it says the name. This, I just follow that. I do want to tie a few where the hook is hook point down with hackle legs and foam. And also one with no lead, foam, like yada yada, whatever I need to add to the thing to make it the right buoyancy. Because I think it'd be sick to have more tandem rigs in my box, and just thinking of like maybe a shrimp party where there's a weighted shrimp on the bottom and some floating ones. And then gonna tie another hair crab, but hide a hook in its claw just to hold bait. So the little crab like scurrying around here. Let me zoom that on out. It'll look like it has bait. Soda girl. Right on. Yeah. To be totally honest, I grew up fishing and didn't fish my pretty much entire adult life, just here and there. And by myself, never with friends, because most of my friends weren't vegan, but said they were type of, you know. So, I don't know. And artsy fartsy, so didn't get back into it until relatively recently. And also the food is a little iffy here. I don't know if you're in the US, but the food is definitely, is that uneven? Oh, what is that? Oh, I just get caught on stuff. My desk is pretty full right now. Alright, so I'm standing up for this. I'm gonna add some legs, but I was thinking about adding some of that laser dub first. So the legs, like, but maybe they'll get caught or something. I don't know. So I think these are gonna be it. Nah. Nah. Oh, no. These barred ones, it's just a little too orangey. But that's what I'm gonna go with anyways. Tim Gunn isn't gonna come out and shame me or anything. I grew up watching Project Runway with my mom. I summoned her. Hello.
Hey, I didn't know if you were still streaming.
I am.
Huh?
You're good. Don't spill any of the family secrets. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have any secret formula. Adding the legs.
Looks good.
I want to get my mom on a stream one so she could pick the colors. Do that with jewelry. Hey. Scored a ton of these rubber legs from eBay. So got a lot of colors. eBay, like, I know it's not advised to like get obviously stuff off Amazon, even though people have Amazon shops, but yeah, it does. They don't get a huge portion of that. Or a huge portion is I forget. I was watching a short on it. It's really interesting because a lot of people buy like sodas, for instance, and list them on Amazon because like certain products aren't sold everywhere. But it seems like a pain. But eBay is real people trying to make the most out of stuff they either don't use anymore or what have you. Keeps things from going in landfills.
It's pretty.
Now I'm just gonna add the little back portion. So I think the part that I don't know why I'm tying this so slow. I started picking up speed lately, but again, as soon as I hit live, it's totally different. Cause I'm always at this desk, so I just for some reason. I wish they were more lenient with music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cause I could play music, but I have to delete the stream
I
after.
noticed you didn't have no music playing.
Yeah.
Alright, honey. Just check in with me when you can.
Okay.
Looks good, hon.
Thank you.
Very pretty.
The blisters and glue on my fingers stick to everything. It's horrible. Wondering if I should add it here and fold it over to the other side. Yeah, I feel like we got kidnapped or something as a nation over here, and it's just a little wild, I guess. Like the last, like this is gonna be this is a chaotic decade, I guess, but I don't know what I'm even saying. Real stoked to hit the shoreline though. Finally nice and warm. Got pompano out there. Ladyfish, which I really like. sand perch or Mohara. I'm not exactly sure. I know it is sand perch. I only really have seen Mohara or Mohara written. I want to add a weedless thing. I do think I'm going to switch back to the other combination though, because this one just didn't do it for me. I like the brights. And I have to get the name of this pattern. I've been looking at them, and there's so many different configurations. It's yet another like the Crazy Charlies. Freaking endless. But I'm not too great with the leader, so I'm gonna try to like bend, flatten something. Here's those clippers. Just want to get some of the chaff. The tip is just like ever so flattened. Now I have these. Maybe I can hit that with like some heat. Oop, too much. Let me just get that. Sorry for the dead air. need to find that waterfall thing somewhere. Okay. I think I'm gonna push it back more, but I just want this to dry first. And then I'll cut that too. And then put this a little bit higher. That hog nice. We have Corbett not too far from here. And a lot of wild hog or boar. Or is hog some boar? Is that a dumb question? Oh, well, boar. That was a dumb question. Good. Going through all the acoustic guitars here. There's about 40. No, there's like 7, but don't need 7. That's basically 40. I can't play that well, so that's another reason why I don't need more than one. But this is my childhood house. This is where I grew up, and it's not only that, my mom grew up here too. So got 3 generations worth of stuff lying around. So. I do wanna like I don't know. I guess like get a loop and ask to borrow some pedals. Cause then I'm not very good or anything, but could at least have not silence. I don't really feel like looking around at royalty-free music, and I've read just too many things on that. Like it could still trigger the thing. Which honestly, I was gonna start trying to. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll pop off and like pop back on, put music on, and then just start doing like the deleted streams, and I don't have to like overthink it. Cause man, I've been a little distracted these last few weeks. I'm not gonna lie, and not to mention like the actual global like shift of reality. And like I've been trying to say that these people got religions of their own, and they're serious about it, and it doesn't matter if like you believe in you know anybody's hocus pocus, anybody's branded hocus pocus, or their versions. It just matters that they do, because it is as good as reality. If it just matters if somebody believes something is as good as reality, you might as well accept it as reality. That's why, you know, like there's a quote on the back of a book my uncle actually wrote about the NKT tradition of Buddhism is a really interesting subject. Not many people would even be aware about. But on the back, it's like, it says something on the lines of like, you can't see every facet of the diamond, or you can't see the diamond through one facet alone, or something like that. It stuck with me because that's a good way to say. Anyway, I'm gonna sit back down. Okay. Britney Spears was arrested also, apparently. My mom said before I came back in here, which I do kind of want to show you all what I've been working on outside, because I finally start growing plants. Before, for some reason, my dad never wanted plants, and never listened to me, no matter how many times. He did irrigation too, but we live in an area where constantly watering plants is quite expensive. And long story short, he never wanted to pay for the water, but I always told him, if you let me grow stuff there, you don't have to water. Very little you have to water just to get the system going. And gosh, before I was getting mulch from tree cutting companies, but since that got a little competitive, the sweeping the streets for leaves, holy crap! Endless mulch. My hands are glitching. Ah, no. Spilling. Because it's going to be ripped through the water, so I want it to be, you know, nice and standing up. Ooh. I double it. I'll trim that a little bit, but I don't know how everything always takes an hour for me to say, but one, I do thoroughly enjoy the process, so zero complaints on time right now. 'Cause I really like the body on these with the chenille. Mm-hmm. And this stuff, I might add like a little something like glue or something. I was thinking about fabric glue. I do want certain things like the legs and stuff. I trim after I see it in water because a lot of stuff, like I'm also trying to just tie and learn by repetition and practice, but some stuff I don't have much of a frame of reference on movement, and so trimming things, that's why I have to take the paint basket off of it, but I finally have a little thing of water so I can see it here. I was testing in a friend's pool, but it's gonna be drains, so. And the water's nice and warm now, so I'm gearing up to get swimming anyways. Anyways, I think I'm gonna pop off and maybe do like listen to music, cause man, it's quiet in here. Real quiet. Excluding the TV, but sometimes if I can hear the TV a little bit, I start listening to it, and then it gets really quiet, like even more quiet in here. But a few things found in the garage. One of these, cause Monday the beads come. The first one I'm gonna do is mahi mahi, and fire tiger probably, but I need the right green. But found a little for millimeters, now I can properly replace beads. Big stoked. Anytime I like want a little doohickey, I dig around and I find it. And it lets my Dremel over but it's little things like that. And I found this drill bit kit. It caught my eye. I debated on grabbing it. It's really heavy. But if this is not the perfect like kit for me, because man, I got a pack of drill bits, one of each size, and I'm not like a builder. I use for craft reasons, making stuff. But sometimes I won't use things if there's just one of it, because I also have no idea what I'm doing and things snap. But man, so I've been trying to figure out what exactly those are for, if they can be for metal. My dad told me how to tell the tips apart, but dang if I can remember, and I haven't looked it up yet. Anyways, what else? I also found this this American flag in the other room. Almost got the pool table cleared off again, because it's about to get really hot back there. It gets to like 100 degrees. The South Florida sun, instant line of fire. Huge windows. Old 70s house, and it's falling apart a little bit, so starting to like put ducks in rows. But the window, it doesn't help curtains or anything. Last year there was a bunch of insulation that was like retaining the heat, which also didn't help. But this year I'm planting plants. Ran out of time for the most part to grow anything, so I was looking for bushes or bamboo. For now, I just planted some cuttings of the southern hibiscus, but man, I'm not excited for that. I planted something way too late. Like, last year during fall, I streamed back there a few times because I was here, like, caring for my dad at that time. And it got to 101 degrees back there. And full, like, AC, like, struggles and all that. So, yeah, let me look through. I haven't been, doing much other than been tying, but pretty much that's it. That and plants. I haven't really got out of the house at all or anything. Ooh. Ah, coffee, Billy. Banjo Jimbo, right on. Gabby Savage, right on. Yeah, fishing hooks. It's sweet because John Jones. It's sweet because it, crafts, arts and crafts that you throw in the water and look yourself for a little compliment from a fish by way of it making a huge mistake, biting it. But I really, really, I don't know. I like tinkering with stuff, and stuff piles up. I did start a little bit to get, well, I guess I could. Oh, there's the desk. Found this thing. I'm gonna sell this to someone who has a terrarium, but in the meantime, I've been using it to display some flies, and here's some of the chains that I've been making. Some will have some local seashells on it. I'm gonna replace the shell on this one, but a little bulky. Some just, there's gemstone. This one's brass. Right now it's just 2 brass and titanium, but hoping to get some sterling wire, doubtfully anytime soon. But carnelian, peridot, garnet, aquamarine, and these ones are my favorite. This is the one I wear. I actually made this for myself and then made Joan Carlson one. The lapis, undyed coral, and turquoise, titanium wire. So it won't corrode, it won't turn any color. Some people can't wear sterling also, and it looks pretty dang close to sterling, so I don't mind at all. I remember as a kid I saved up to give my mom a little Tiffany's necklace, and it turned black the next day because she's one of the people that can't wear sterling. Just a bunch of random stuff. This is pretty neat. I want to get this hung in here. Oh yeah, some earrings too. John Carlson's first fly. But check this. It's all shells. All shells. Hey, Soul Texan! Right on, Robert. I actually had a hitchhiking friend, rest in paradise. He passed away due to an accidental gunshot wound to his head. But I do want to. I had to reread the message because I already forgot why I even brought that up. Jeez. Dude, it was really cool. I went to middle school with him. And, anywho, He gave me one dread. He literally dreaded like a chunk of my hair. This is in middle school. So. He also dreaded my friend's hair, but his mom made him brush it out. He's a proper hitchhiker. They would all these I lovingly say crust punks. I'm not saying that like derogatively or derogatorily. Not sure what the word is, but yeah, some good old crust punks, and would hitch all the way up north and then down to the Keys, and train hop. Like they're really fascinating people, and you'd see them a lot walking off the highway with big trekking packs on their back, and usually like beard caps like tied to braids in their hair, like the like kind of shaved head, but like has braids. I don't know, early 2000s. That's a wee culture in itself. But yeah, I always talk to those people because they always have wicked stories and recommendations and music recommendations, especially. I used to work at the restaurant, so during season, especially when people used to visit Florida back in the day, they'd ask for water, and it's sweet because it's like story time. Hey, user. I also hope this for everyone also, because dang. Pancakes. Excuse me. Pancakes. My uncle wanted pancakes and my mom obliged. I have to do the grocery shopping now because old habits are hard to put out of their misery, I tell you what. But this day and age, like you really can't be eating these name brand, chain brands. It's just filler food. It is garbage. It is expensive. So, man, like 2 sodas is $5. That's cheap. That's more expensive than a bag of potatoes. Like prices are going up. At least potatoes are still cheap. And man, I'd infinitely would rather a bag of potatoes than any like frozen meals. You know, I'd rather just have a microwave potato with cheese and sour cream, a ton of fat, than the microwave meals that are super expensive now. And you know, I used to like Hungry Man. I did. But it it's the same price as multiple meals. It's just like I don't know. I don't know when people stop being potato artists. We as a species used to make miracles happen with potatoes. As a species. Excuse me. Haven't been talking much, so. And it's wild to me that the, like, cable news won't mention anything at all. Like, they mention the files, like, once or twice that I've heard, but never, ever, 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 ever alluding to, like, anything that was, found or, you know. And I was realizing a huge portion of the population thinks these files are just, like, names of people that had sexual relations with, like, 16-year-olds, when that is like a grain of sand in what was, you know, uh, exposed or what have you. So, like, a huge portion of the population doesn't even know, like, at all. So they're like, what? Why are people going on about these files still, like, for real? And then comes to find out, like, I don't even know. I don't want to sound insensitive, but Idiocracy really was a damn documentary, that's for sure. Because the discrepancy in, like, coverage blows my mind. Like, thankfully, like, a lot of people are on Facebook, so scrolling that, you see all kinds of. But cable news really is, like, just zero mention. And I get there's only so much time in a slot, but, like, it's like the world is normal on cable news. Like, everyone's doing great on cable news. And not everyone's online, so I was realizing that. That's why I don't demonize, like, supporters, honestly. I don't, on either side, any side of anything, because I'm not gonna do the mental gymnastics, like, how, like, in it to win it or spend it these people are. Like, I don't know. It doesn't matter if it's religion or politically or whatever. I just, it is what it is at their life, and that's been pretty solid for me. But I don't know what happened to the population, I guess. Which, again, it's not even real. Like, you walk into a store, everyone's just like, chill, normal reality, but it'll give you whiplash. I mean, I've done this for so long, where even when I was a kid, it used to be so funny watching, for instance, just example, Fox, and then watching CNN to find all the differences. Sometimes it'll be the same news story, like, but total opposite, and stuff like that. And online news is just like, I don't know. There's more time. I really don't know. The cable news has thrown me for a loop. Every day, like, if it's like drink every time cable news mentions, what's in the files or anything remotely, like, real or what's happening, you'd be sober. Stone cold sober. Hey. Like, everyone gets really lost in the little grains, but I think people are finally realizing who leaves the grains, and that the grains are left there on purpose, that the grand scheme of things. people are pretty chill, I guess. But I don't know, I have a real bad feeling. I think that's why it's like I don't want to talk about it, but I do. Me too. What is happening with there's just a few things that just like I really don't understand, and it's like really infuriating, honestly. That's the only word I can think of. But man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, like I'm in Palm Beach County, okay? I'm like it would take me 30 minutes to walk to like to the second. I don't know why it has to be here. Why DC is DC for a reason. Heavily secured area. That's why people that need heavy security, they're in a big secure house. Here, it is a chaotic clusterfuck at all times. South Florida is, and like here, it's pretty funny because it's not a class thing. Everyone gets annoyed. The traffic gets even worse than it already is. But yeah, like it's an excellent fishing spot. I think for fly fishing it'd be ideal, but it just blows my mind. I I this Palm Beach County just seems like not a good place to be, I guess, in such a compromising time. Like oh my god, I've been hearing all, because we have Port of Palm Beach right there, and like people have been spotting all kinds of stuff. um, to secure the coastline because we were right on the coast. Like it, wow. I just am a bit at a loss because also too, man, I, the messaging that they're putting out there is not good, y'all. Like, what in the hell? Um, I get that we've been kidnapped, but Jesus Christ, I'm going to have a heart attack if I continue to watch any news. Like, the so blatant and like soulless and odd and off-putting and just, you know, I personally, I just, I have such little hope, like an extremely low amount. And, Palm Beach County is already super expensive, and everyone I know kind of got trampled during the pandemic in these parts, because there's a lot of areas that was a blatant land grab. Which Florida has a long history of that. Like, a lot of people are finding out finally about the beginnings of Palm Beach and the fire that births the island, but you know, it's what it is. And I'm not even that like down about being cattle, if you will. Because that I've always known that. That's why I have the analogy of the penthouse and ground floor. Like, we're on the ground floor, but guess what? We got street access. Maybe that's what they want. Because I always thought, like, we have more freedom than celebrities. And like, especially like when I was young, found out Michael Jackson like rented a supermarket just so he could shop like a regular person or something like that. I forgot, but stuff like that. It makes you realize that they're not lucky, they're kind of like slaves. And like on top of that, there's like all these like people like clamoring to power and like doing whatever they think or believe. That's why if somebody believes something, you might as well accept it as reality, because just because people think child sacrifice is ridiculous in the modern day doesn't mean it's not occurring actively. And like even in and like I say Haiti because like the president admitted to it. I don't know which one. I really don't. And I don't know if he was a president or a mayor. I really don't. I know some dude like was like, yeah, the kid wasn't baptized, so like wasn't a human basically. But it doesn't just exist in the past. It doesn't just exist in Haiti, for the love of God. It exists. And uh, a lot of these like secret societies are, it's not hocus pocus. Like it's like bloodline shit. And like when you go into these people's houses, you see the paintings of their ancestors. Like our lives are very short, and now we don't give birth, so we're not even passing down. We're not even becoming ancestors. Like especially people that you know won't. I doubt I'll have kids, so uh, I'll never be like someone's ancestor, predecessors, whatever the word is. Anywho, um, the yeah, and whatever you accumulate will just be reabsorbed into the machine rather than passed down to your own blood. And again, like not very upset about being cattle or anything. I could care less about that because I don't know if it's from being an only child and being like the black sheep of my family, or growing up without internet, or just being like stubborn and everything mixed together. But like I don't know. I'm pretty stoked to be alive at all times. Like the stuff that really angers me is like the like I guess society. In my mind, if this was a building, I would be living in like the AC vents. Like you're living in the building, but do you live in the building? You don't have to pay rent, so that's pretty sweet. And you get to like stay in shape because you're doing all that climbing to get to your little AC vent corner. But yeah, man. The few things that I didn't predict, not predict or like see coming, because I don't even really like vocalize anything that much, but is I guess the scale of blackmail. And so that's why I doubt anything will happen about like those files or anything. And anything for that matter, other than, I mean, I don't know. Now that we're bringing on the apocalypse or whatever now, what the fuck? That's not normal. Um, Nothing has been normal since 2019, and I, you know, I kind of gave up on like trying to fit into like some part of society like a long time ago, and I was always thankful to be like a creative person because you could just kind of exist how you want or whatever. And there's just, oh, don't mind them, they're whatever. That's why, you know, just learn how to draw a little bit. Not, now you can be whoever you want because now you're an art person. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And we're being blood dry. And I feel like if there were any form of like protest or anything, like protest like for whatever they want, like like whatever like distracts population, but if it's like a protest against like powers of fear, it's just I don't know, martial law instantly. I that's all I can see really. And surprise, I guess. That's wild to me. But I don't know. I'm scared shitless to be totally honest. Um, so that's why I think next for however's future, just gonna be enjoying every second. Which I've already been that kind of like that's why I master being alone like and you'll be happy anywhere like that is true. And I I don't know. I want to talk to more people though, like to see like other people's opinions, 'cause I don't have an opinion at all. I just have fear. Hey, hey, John Doe. Michael Shaw. Hope y'all's night is perfect. I just, I'm like, in forever shock these. What kind of fishing is in Palm Beach? Um, Pretty well everything. I will say I've been really trying to focus on pompano, and like I have a rig for cut bait, but I want to get them to I want to get some form of rig going that I can use to target pompano and ladyfish, because I always read that ladyfish go for bonefish flies, but you can eat ladyfish and it's really good. Sand perch, but the things that people like, because I think I'm kind of naming stuff that people don't like so much. Besides pompano, African pompano, my snook, offshore mahi mahi, all the tunas, um, all the snappers, all the groupers. When I say all, I just mean like a bunch of species and jacks. I like trash fish, tarpon. I like trash fish. Cobia. Cobia's not a trash fish though. Like filet mignon. That was my dad's favorite. My grandpa's favorite's pompano. Wahoo. Uh, I don't have a boat that works. I'm trying to sell my dad's because gonna try to get a small Boston whaler or something similar, just something small and fail proof and safe. And because I personally want to like as close I can to master fishing for blackfin tuna. Perfect size, right offshore, and really beautiful. Not too big. I do like small fish. I'm gonna try needlefish and more of the bait fish, like the sardines and that, because of heavy metals in that. And ladyfish is really good. It doesn't taste or smell like fish, no fishiness, but hard to fillet. It's mush. The flesh is mush. However, that's perfect for like fish paste or fish balls, like fish sticks if you want to like um, fritters, not fish sticks, fritters. But yeah, that stuff is really good. You just take a spoon and graze it. I saw it on YouTube, and uh, graze it, and it comes out the perfect fish paste. Hey, righteous brother beach ball. Halibut, yeah. We got flounder. Scares the crap out of you when you're trying to look for shells in the sand. No, it's not John Doe. Being alone. I didn't mean like master being alone, like you don't need anybody, but like master like being mentally. Um, I mean, you need that anyway, even in constant groups of people, because not everybody thinks the same, and so in a way you're alone in your thinking, but that's a good thing, because you know people have different minds for different ideas and different uses. Like, not everyone could be a doctor, not everyone could be a lawyer. That would be an odd. I think that would be a cool, like, program or software program. Like how, like the Earth one where you can change all what, like, if Earth didn't have a single element, like what would happen, those like simulation program things. But uh yeah, if, for population, like what would happen if like everybody in the population was a doctor or everybody in the population was an actor? Last year to oh what was the protest for? It's man, it's like a great shakeup these last few years. Can't can't even I mean I don't even know what words or how to think about something that encompasses all of humanity and all of time and all of the planet. I I used to get so angry in the beginning of this like whole hyper politicized like how everybody is a politician suddenly and like you have to have an opinion. I was like I if how can you have an opinion on information you don't have? They'd be like that's such a cop out. I I I still don't know what to say hypothetically. Like but definitely interested in keeping an eye on the world because we all do live here on the planet, and I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, like it's just it's like a grinding machine, and I don't even know how to think about like what I'm seeing on the news. like, oh, the only, like, I don't know. I feel like that one South Park character tweak. And my mind is very tired. And I know that's like all by design. And I think I knew about all the weird like underbelly stuff, because I really don't discount people for being crazy, because like a lot of people will say, oh, well, yeah, look at them, they're obviously nuts. It's like, yeah, but did you hear what they were saying? Yeah, they're obviously nuts. Wouldn't you have gone nuts too? So I always, yeah, keep an open mind to what others say they're experiencing. And but I didn't really think about the like whole end times thing, and I mean, I what the fuck? See what happens to me. Trying to see. I don't understand what does that. Because there's so much. Like, what is that? Alright, I'm starting over. But that's like what used to happen to me a lot. That I've been doing a lot better, getting tension consistent. So nothing slides, but I guess I did get myself like a little distracted thinking about everything. Like, I really don't demonize people for who they vote for on either side at all. I really don't. Like, how can you not demonize people? Well, everybody is being fed different lines, and I'm painfully aware of that. So I'm not gonna fault people for like trusting like things they trust in. And I'm not gonna fault people for being religious either. Like, there's so many ways to exist on this planet, and so many different people and types. It's wild. It was always beautiful until freaking now. Everyone's losing their shit, but genuinely love all the peoples. And I'm not saying that in like no kumbaya way either. It's simply just me. I love all the peoples. And I'm shy as shit, so. Okay, fine. I will take this as a sign to calm my nerves. Okay. And I do try to talk to people like in my real life about like their thoughts, but people are so dang defensive. I can't get a sentence out. When I get interrupted too many times in person, I just start saying whatever I think would annoy them the most. Because I'll try to say something 1,000 times and they won't hear me or won't listen, won't stop talking. And then I'll say like the opposite, and that's when they're like, they That's when they can hear you. But anyways, I think I'm rambling too much. So I'm gonna eat something. It's probably a mixture of hunger and yeah, and quiet. I've been blasting music, so ears are still ringing. But and I'm not doing very well with these eyes. Anyway, hope you all have a beautiful night. I'm gonna be working on the garage in the next few days. I started working back there, going pretty well. I have a lot of scrap to pull out. I started like tearing down. There's like a 2-person bike, a wagon thing, 2 trailers, a bunch of stuff like that. And so I've been trying to tear that stuff down. And whew, yeah. I feel great though. Like I was feeling really, really bad at the end of the winter, too cold. I could feel it in my spine. But moving around really does make you feel better. And that's one reason why I do like yard work a lot, because obviously not burning yourself out, but daily yard work, like pulling some weeds, moving some things, it's really good for you. It's better than the gym. I can't focus working out, like trying to do push-ups and stuff like that. Hey, Hunter. But swimming and yard work, great exercise. I am one. Right on, Sense. I would have been able to say the same, but I did. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to stay out of the web, to be totally honest, because if that's selfish, what can I say? My name is Jamie. Me. Damn it. This one. It's all I can see. I'm also an only child, so I might have a little bit of a skewed opinion on the things I see. But, you know, we all see things differently, and that will always be a beautiful thing. I don't care what black box propaganda says, can't be me. Anyways, I like notoriously, even in my home life, like people that have a falling out with, like, I don't know. I just don't not like anybody besides Yolanda Saldivar, but that's totally different. I have the hatred of 1,000 suns for that woman. A creature from the depths. But other than that, it's actually more detrimental to yourself than to whoever is causing you to fry your own nervous system. And life is full of stress in general. And that's why when people like yell at you for not having an opinion or for not hating somebody enough, are you gonna pay my medical bills when my nervous system inevitably starts working against me? If not, like, no opinion. Get mad. But anywho, I love y'all. And you know, piss people off, but love them anyway. It's not that bad. But it's probably gonna get super expensive, and like I have no idea. I kind of wanna make a few of the videos of stuff I used to cook like when I lived on my own, 'cause man, fed myself pretty dang well for scraps. But as you can tell, I can't even formulate a thought still. I think it's like going on year 6 of this. Anyway, making a lot of cool stuff though, anyway. Happy trails before I keep saying anyways. I'm melting y'all's brains too. And I'm making fish and lures, yeah. I drank too much coffee or something before hitting live. Oh, but anyway, I'll be back, y'all. I love y'all. Happy trails.